Belgian Dubbel beer, and you've caught me right at the beginning of the process. So right now all we're doing is filtering the water. It's going to be used in the beer. So obviously beer is 95% water, so got to start with good water if you want to get good beer. I've been laying out some of my ingredients here. We have our yeast, we have our sows hops. I'm actually going to be using 2 ounces. This is just a 1 ounce portion. We have the alpha acid content, 5.8%, and good quality. We have our dry, light malt extract, 2 pounds of this, extra light actually. And then we have our light and dark in the wet extract. And finally our priming sugar, which actually won't be used today, but in the bottling process to reactivate the yeast. So why don't we just finish up filtering this water, and we'll check back with you once we start the brewing. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Anyway, welcome to part 2 of the brew process. Now, I would have Kevin do this because it's his brew, but I think you need a veteran for this because I want to stress how important this aspect is. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to sanitize all the equipment. So, if you want to step in the bathroom with me here, we're using Star San, which is a great sanitizer. It's odorless, colorless. Well, it's not colorless, but it's odorless, and you don't need to rinse after, which is convenience. And it also is very food safe. So anyway, we get 1 ounce of Star San, which we have here, and you're going to pour it into about just short of 5 gallons of water. And then I'm just going to fill it up a little bit more, just to kind of stir up the water. Everyone's get a good shot there. Alright, now what we're going to do is we're going to throw in all the necessary equipment that we need to have sterilized. So, first and probably least importantly is the turkey baster. And we'll talk about what that's for later. And next we have the thermometer. Mercury thermometer, so you should be careful with that. This is the cap for the fermenter. I'll throw it in, but just keep it clean. We don't really need it until later in the process. This is the tube that holds the hydrometer. And then we have the hydrometer itself. And then we have the blow-off tube, 1-inch diameter vinyl tubing. And then what am I forgetting, Kevin?
I believe that's all for this segment.
Yeah, I mean, the important thing to keep in mind is anything that's going to come in contact with your beer that is not going to be boiled needs to be in that bucket. And you let it be for about 5 minutes, and then you take it out and dry it off, and it's good to go. Keeps the microbes out. Anyway, I'm going to keep using the bathroom. Kevin will be back for the next segment. Oh wow, you just caught me right at the nick of time. Here we are, we have our boiling water, as you can see over there. We have our malt extract. Our syrup is all ready to go, opened up. And right now I'm just measuring out our dry malt extract. Measuring out ½ pound. And what we're going to do is add all these ingredients at once into the boiling water. So it's a pretty simple recipe we have here, and in just a second I'm going to be... It's fine. In just a second we'll be adding the ingredients here. So, see our boiling water. We're going to start in order of from light to dark here.
Any particular reason, Kevin?
No reason really. No reason at all. So we have our extra light spray malt extract. Here we are.
Hold on, Kevin. I'm going to stir this as it's going in.
Alright.
Go ahead.
welcome to the third entry of the Belgian Dubbel brew. Right now what we're seeing is the completed brew going through its fermentation process. It's about 12 hours in at this point. And as you can see, the bubbles being released through that tube and out into the water. And that's our status right now. It's also Mike right there, looking great. And JJ, the back of JJ's head.
Hey Kevin, the audience missed out on a lot that happened last night. Do you want to bring them up to speed on the final steps of the process?
No, not really. Would you? Why don't you?
Alright, after the hour was done, we poured it into the carboy through a filter. After cooling it, using that reverse flow copper cooler. And it worked really well, and we pitched the yeast at about 77 degrees-ish. And yeah, it's happily bubbling, so we'll get back to you in a week when we bottle it.
Mike, any final words?
I hope it's done before I leave.